Almighty, hold me with thy love. Singers help me say, guide me, oh, thou great Jehovah. Pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy power. Hold me with thy power. Hey, guide me on the great Jehovah. Hey.
That's right, y'all.
It's a barren land.
Lovely Saturday once again.
I'm weak, but thou art mighty.
I don't know if later, I just love Saturdays. I believe you do as well. Lovely weekend, trust me. 5th March 2016. You know one thing I can't believe, it's already March though. Hey, the time is really running fast. But as usual, we bring you the show, the Brit Show. On Holy Hills Radio, your champion station.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost.
As usual, we begin the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Guide me, oh, guide me, oh.
Beautiful music coming from Coda. They call this one Guide Me, oh Jehovah.
I am weak.
But trust me, today I'm excited. We have a special guest in the studios today, ladies and gentlemen.
So, I don't know why he cared for me, so I don't know why he come back for me, so.
Hey, I call him the Motto Man. Some call him the Macho.
I don't know.
Today we have a special guest in the studio, and in about 2 minutes, I'll be introducing the special guest to y'all. Lovely Saturday, trust me. It's raining a little bit, but it's beautiful outside, trust me. Thank God for beautiful weather. We thank God for a beautiful, smooth journey. We thank God for trials and tribulations that we're able to overcome them. Hey, young guy.
Everybody,
Ladies and gentlemen, like I told y'all, we have the Model Man himself in the building. I call him the Metro. A lot of people have a lot of names for him. I can remember back in the school, we call him Thrifty. Now he says he's the Model Man. And trust me, yesterday we had a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Felix G. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great.
Man, it's great to have you in the studios. I can't remember when I started the radio show, and you were one of the people that really encouraged me. And I'm really glad you're here in the studio with me today.
It's a pleasure for me to be here today.
Absolutely.
I'm really enjoying myself. I like this.
Nice. Now I must say you're looking dapper yourself, very ravishing.
Well, I'm trying to catch on your level. That's all it is.
Look at the Model Man talking. Today we are diving deep to the life of the Model Man, the processes, the journey. We're going deeper. So you can actually join the show as well, 614-577-1434. What questions do you have for the Model Man? You can actually forward your messages to me on my WhatsApp page. Today, the model man is here to answer all your questions. Trust me, stay with me till 5 p.m. And your life is never going to be wasted at all.
Jesus said yes, nobody can say no. When 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 Jesus said yes, nobody, 'cause he's in control.
Yes, when Jesus says, when Jesus speak, definitely nobody can say no. And I believe we are witnessing that right here in the studios. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Felix G. Asari, man, it's been a long time coming, bro.
Yes, it has. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Absolutely. Now, you've been through a lot of trials. You've been through a lot of tribulations. Your fans, they want to know a little bit about yourself. They want to know who is Mr. Felix G. Asari.
Well, I'd say let's start with the basics. So I'm Felix G. Asari, definitely from Kumasi, Ghana.
That's right.
Spent 20 years of my life in Ghana. Really proud of that. Came over here, did my undergrad in computer information systems in North Dakota.
Okay.
And went to do my master's in cybersecurity at the University of Minnesota. And right now I'm working as a cybersecurity analyst.
Okay.
For financial institutions. So
nice.
That's a little bit about what I do in the academic field. When I'm not working on computers, I like to spend my time in the gym.
Oh, okay.
And that's what brought me to Columbus today.
So from that little corner of a gym, now being on the world stage, I know the model competition. That is incredible, man. That is incredible. Wow. So let me ask you this. You have a lot of fan base out there, and a lot of people are rooting for you. You have been through a series of competitions.
Yes.
You started this as a hobby, right or wrong? How did you develop this passion?
Well, so the truth behind where this all came from was, growing up when we were in high school,
right?
A lot of people wanted to drink to attract women.
Okay.
And that was the biggest deal. Everybody wanted to, we used to, it was called Don Kasi or something.
Don Kasi, right? I can't remember.
That's what it was. But I just wanted to stand out. And I really liked to look big. So
okay.
That's where it all started. But there was a bigger motivation.
Well, what was that?
I don't know if you're ready for that yet.
I'm ready for everything. You just
there's a bigger
out.
motivation. So right after high school, I had this girl I was crazy about.
Oh, okay.
We ended up breaking up. So to take out my frustration, I wasn't doing it on Kazi or any of that. So took it all out in the gym. And I just told myself from this day, I am going to look different, and I'm going to look the best that I can.
Absolutely.
So that she will know that she missed something.
Wow. So my question is, would you credit all your success, especially in the model industry, to this girl?
Well, credit, I'll definitely say credit is to God first and foremost.
There's no question about that. I mean, there's no question about that.
But where it all started from,
right?
Most of it, definitely. Because it got me in the gym and it got me to be serious. Definitely.
Wow. That's an incredible story. That's an incredible story. Ladies and gentlemen, you can actually tune in on Holy Hills Radio, your champion station. You can actually call as well 614-577-1434. You can actually forward your questions to me. I currently have a question all the way from Youngstown from a young man called Scorgio. Scorgio has a question for you. He says that my question is, he has achieved a lot. What is the takeaway? I mean, the moral of his achievement. Most people, when asked about questions, like always talk about loving what you do, and I think that's a cliche. And so I want him to tell us something we can relate to, something that could shape us as we strive for greatness. A question coming from Scorgio all the way from Youngstown. Beautiful question.
All right, boss. I mean, I think it's to each his own, but definitely what other people have been saying is really true. It all comes down to learning and then, loving what you do.
Right.
But yes, when it comes to something that we can all relate to, I think I was in the Uber 2 days ago.
Okay.
And the cab driver just asked me, he's like, hey, so you came for this Arnold competition, right? I'm like, yes. What are some of the takeaways you can give me? What can I do about my diet? And I basically summarized it all up and said, you know what? Everything that you have heard outside is true. But the question is, are you ready for that change?
That's right.
So to a man from Youngstown, it is, yes, he has to be ready for it.
Okay.
And the biggest thing is for him to see himself there before it actually happens. So when you started Holy Hills Radio, I called in and I said, hey, I'll be there someday.
Right.
I had to see myself there. So whatever you want to be, whatever you want to achieve, if it's money that you want to make, if it's a car that you want to drive,
that's right.
Just see yourself driving it. If it's the money you want to make, put it on a piece of paper, write it down, hide it somewhere. Every time you wake up, look at it and say, hey, I want to make 500,000, and you're definitely going to get there. Absolutely. So that's the advice I can give to you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, my question to you is, how do you balance this, man? You have your IT security cyber, and the last time I looked at it was a very tedious task. You have to do a lot of learning, a lot of studying, and then you do this as well. How do you balance life? How do you wake up and say, hey, today I got to do this? How do you incorporate these modeling, gym, and IT all together to be that success you are today?
Yeah, man, it really takes a lot. It takes a lot of determination, and I guess that's where, back to his question,
that's right,
the passion for it comes in.
The passion.
I mean, you have to love it.
I think I have a call coming through. Just a second. I have my first caller coming through. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Eric, and I'm calling from Columbus.
Hey, Eric, how you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Hey, doing fantastic. What would you have for me today?
Well, I would say that I've known Felix for the past 2 days, and I would say that his story is truly inspiring, and he has been a big inspiration to me.
Okay.
And I wish him all the best, and may God be with him.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much, Eric. Thank you for calling the Bridge Show.
Happy birthday, Eric. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Eric.
Thank you.
Man, that was coming from Eric from Columbus. Wishing you all the best and the things you continue to do. You inspire a lot of kids. You inspire a lot of people out there, both adults and the young folks. And you have a passion. Something I realized personally is that you like to motivate people. You like to inspire. Tell me a little bit about, some of the trials and tribulations that you've personally faced that have actually, motivated you to be in the position that you're in. Some of the things you look back and it brings you a lot of pain. It brings you a lot of sorrow. And so therefore it pushes you to work harder and even sometimes over the limit.
Well, I mean, it's a lot. It just depends on where I even decide to start from. I guess that's an everyday thing for me. And most of the biggest ones, I'll just start from even setting foot in the United States.
Right.
How I even got here is a big question, and it's a whole chapter. If we have time, we can definitely get in there.
Yeah.
But let's talk about just getting here.
Right.
So I got here on the plane by myself.
Okay.
Very first time. Hadn't been on a plane before.
Fresh from the boat.
Yep. Fresh off the boat.
Okay.
I mean, no experience whatsoever. The interesting thing is, I did not even know where I was going.
Dang.
All I'd seen was on the maps. I did not know anybody, no friends, nothing. And I had $700 in my pocket.
But you remember it all. Wow.
Oh, hell yes.
Wow.
Because the amount of money my dad gave me, I had it all. I had to use part of that money to buy stuff to come here, my clothes and all of that.
Right.
And then the very first thing that happened was I get to the airport and I'm trying to get water. So then I asked this cop, "Excuse me, can I get some water, please?" He goes, "What's that?"
Now you had that thick accent too.
Of course, hey, I'm coming from Ghana.
Absolutely.
And I had no idea what he was talking about. So when I did the action, he said, "Oh, water."
Right.
Man, that's how I knew I was in a whole different planet.
Back to reality.
Yes. So then fast forward, I get on campus, you know, and then there's actually a catching story about that. So my mom took like 2 weeks to prepare this stew for me. Ghanaians, we call it shitor. I get to Amsterdam and then they grab it and throw it away because I wasn't supposed to carry that with me.
That broke your heart.
Putting all of that together, first time on the plane, know nobody, don't know where I'm going, can't even speak a language that people understand. And all I have in my pocket is $700. I can't even call my parents to let them know I've arrived or not. Oh, I haven't.
Terrible.
So I get on campus and there's like nothing. The whole place is bare. It was just totally different. Again, fast forward after that, try to talk to people, get life together and get to the point where I can say, you know, I'm starting something new. Monday, school starts and I have to use all my money to buy books.
That's $700.
That's $700. And you all of us know, I mean, your books for computers, they were super expensive. So now I have no money. $0 to my name. I don't have a job. I don't have anybody to call. I can't even call my parents and tell them what I'm going through. So yes, that pushed me to the limit. And I was a kid coming from a place where my parents gave me everything. So now be in a new world where there was nobody, no friends, nothing, that was something. That was something. Then gradually, you know, with that, everything got together. I mean, gradually got myself together. Grades were coming up. Everything was great. Then I get to this point in my life. My house burns down.
You got your apartment burned down.
I'm in this place.
We have another call coming through. Let me pick this call. Thank you for calling the Brit Show. Who do I have a person speaking with today?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing today?
I'm not doing bad. Yourself?
Hey, not too good. Not too bad actually. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Brian calling from Columbus.
Hey, Bright, all the way from Columbus, Ohio. Bright, what you got for me today?
Yeah, I just want to big up my guy Felix. You know, I've heard a lot about him.
That's right.
I've not met with him in person, but I've seen his pictures on Facebook. I mean, lifting and pulling with the dog. I mean, that kind of feeling determination to succeed. And unfortunately, I wasn't there to support him physically, but I know spiritually we were all with him in it. And I mean,
absolutely.
We are so excited about his, accomplishments so far. And I just want to say congratulations, people. I mean, keep moving forward, right? The sky is your limit, and we got your back. I mean, I just want to big him up one more time, and ask him to keep lifting the flag of Ghana and Africa high.
That's right.
Strongly and solidly behind him. I mean, I know definitely we will meet one of these days, but until we do so, I mean, I just want him to know that we got his back and we're always there supporting him.
That's beautiful, man. Thank you, Bright, all the way from Columbus, Ohio.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, Bright. That was really inspiring. I really appreciate your support, and I look forward to meeting you someday. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, like I said, you've really worked hard to earn all the things you're earning right now. I mean, you, like I said, IT guy, big company working for, and you're a model. You work out 24/7. Now, let me tell viewers a little bit about, the process. Now, I had an opportunity to manage you just this few days, and looking at the tenacity, the things you have to go through on a day-to-day basis, not eating, not drinking, just drinking water. The diet, your diet. I mean, it's super healthy. I'm talking about everything you eat is measured, grams, whatnot. I was blown away for a minute. And I mean, I'm just a manager, just, trying to make sure that we're doing the photo shoot right, we're doing this right. But I was tight for a minute. I'm like, God damn, who is this dude, man? Are you a superhuman? No, a lot of people probably don't know a lot of work that goes into just being on this stage. Like the Arnold, model search. And that's big, it's Arnold model search actually from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Some of the one of the icons that we've always seen him on TV and whatnot. And his competition is huge, and Columbus is on fire. About 200,000 people in Columbus at the moment, and he performed in front of them and top 5. Congratulations, man! But walk me through some of this training and hard work, because like Wednesday night, we slept around 4 a.m. man.
Yeah.
I was super tired. Now that's not my routine, bro. I mean, working out and all of that is not really my thing. But dang, walk me through what pushes you through all the hard times of working out and trying to get that mindset ready and keeping focused.
I guess it's all about being different and how bad you want it. Like I said, came here, I didn't have anything.
Right,
so I'm just like, this is my time, all those opportunities. I'll give you a little background story so it kind of makes sense. It bridges this whole thing. So right after high school, when you were there, Big Fonzy in the building,
right.
All of my friends went to college without me. I stayed at home for 3 years.
Wow.
And not just 3 years of just being at home. I was in school doing some IT stuff, but in Ghana, that was not really a big thing.
It wasn't at all.
I wrote the North Deck. Everybody who's listening to me who knows about the North Deck knows how crazy that is. Man, I wrote that.
I did write that too.
Oh yeah, 3-4 times.
God damn, bro.
Actually, the last one, and I was registered for the 8 papers. The last one I just registered for 4. My dad had no idea about it. So anyway, throughout all those times, man, it was hard. It was hard going on campus because I have to go through campus to go home every day and seeing all my mates being first year, second year, third year, and actually going. They were like, oh no, Felix is going to come next year. He didn't make it. Felix is going to come the second year. He didn't make it. It felt like I was being held back. Everybody that I spent all my time with, everybody that I did everything with, they had all gone. Even the ones that I wrote the first North Deck with. They finally gave up and said, you know what, I'm going to go to nursing school. I'm going to go be a teacher. But I did not want to do that.
Right.
So when I finally had the opportunity to come here, it was just like, whatever it takes, I am going to make up for all those lost times.
Wow.
That's what it's always been. So we've been out here. How many hours of sleep have we had? What, 4, 5, 6?
Crazy, man. I'm
in
crazy
3 days.
tired.
6 hours in 3 days. But no, there's something big that we have to achieve. So until we get there, I don't think there's anything like sleep.
Wow.
Einstein had 15 minutes of naps every single time. It was enough. I mean, and it is enough. So until we get there, that's all it takes. Hard work in the gym. I'll go to work, be out there for 8 hours, come back home, straight to the gym for 4 hours, get back to work and work till about 3 a.m. Wake up and do the same thing all over again.
That's crazy.
That's what it takes to get there. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about, people's passions and then trying to get there and, trying to get to different places by cutting some shortcuts and all of that. But one thing that I've come to realize is everything that I have achieved that is big enough to show the entire world has not been anything that I did just like that.
There's no shortcut.
There was no shortcut to that. It was actually planned.
Hard work.
It was hard work. So my meals, I had to plan my meals out, breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner, all of that. My workouts, I had to plan everything out when I had to hit every single muscle part. And then the biggest thing was believing in time, because time changed everything. Wow. And it's still changing everything.
Wow.
And then trusting the process, because once you believe in time, you begin to trust the process. If you don't trust the process, whatever you're doing is not going to work. I mean, let's just take an oak tree for an instance, right? The moment you keep on, like And I'll relate this back to us.
Sorry to cut you, but we have a call on the line.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you for calling the Brit Show. Who do I have a pleasure on the line?
Yeah, this is Kojo calling from Youngstown.
Kojo from Youngstown. How you doing today?
Oh, it feels good, man. How you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic in the studios, man. Thanks for calling the show. What do you have for me today?
Well, I just want to say thank you, guys. Man, this has been the best picture I've ever read.
Wow, that's big time.
I'm really inspired.
Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you, man. Thank you. But what you say? What you say to Felix? I mean, looking at listening to his story and looking at the journey. What you got to say?
Well, I feel like I can really identify myself with Felix. Sort of stuff he's talking about really applies to me.
That's right.
I mean, I've been in this country for about 6 months, but
wow,
I managed to secure a big job in Cincinnati this summer.
Awesome,
nice.
awesome.
Congratulations,
man.
I've been through the same stuff,
Yeah.
but in a different way. And all I can say is thank you to you for inspiring me today.
Absolutely. That's a powerful message, man. Thank you very much, Kwajo, all the way from Youngstown. Keep listening to Holy Hills Radio, your champion station.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Kojo.
Man, that was
Appreciate
deep.
it.
That was deep. A lot of people can relate to your story, man.
Yeah, and I mean, like I was
That's
saying,
real life.
I'm saying, if you take an oak tree for an instance, right? If you try to hit it in so many different ways,
That's right.
it's never going to come down. If you give it 300 blows, 300 punches, whatever, it's never going to come down. But once you hit that particular spot, that same spot, over and over and over and over again, it's going to take it down. So until you can trust the process that, hey, I am going to take my behind to the gym and I'm going to be there for X number of hours and I'm going to go through my workouts. I'm going to do these bicep curls. I'm going to do these bench presses and I'm going to do the same thing and then keep on pushing hard at it. You are not going to get to your goals.
Right.
So in school, my last semester, I took 24 credits. I had to get the president of the school to sign off and say, no, he actually can do it. Until you put yourself out there, challenge yourself and say, you're going to keep on repeating all of that, you're not going to see results. And that's what most people try to explain to us and say, hey, be passionate about it. Hey, have love for it. It's all about having the zeal and say, this is what I want and I'm going to go get it no matter what it takes, whatever it takes. If it means me not sleeping,
wow,
so be it.
Wow. That's deep, man.
That's when you begin to see it.
That's deep. That's deep. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Felix G. Asari, you can actually join the show as well, 614-577-1434. You can actually forward your questions as well to my WhatsApp page. Felix, moving back up, a lot of people probably do not understand the process of going to university in Ghana. Like, I mean, people are thinking, it's just like regular America. You finish high school. There's a lot of universities, right? But one thing I want my listeners to know is that at the end of the day, I have a call on the line. Let me pick this call real quick. Hello, thank you for calling the Brit Show. Who do I have a pleasure of speaking with today?
Hey, Big Fonzy, this is Papa Psycho.
Hey, Papa Psycho, man, how you doing today?
Good. Hey, Thrifty, what's up, man?
Hey, Papa Psycho was good.
Yo, it's been a minute. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. We missed you out at the Arnold's, bro.
Yeah.
All right. I know. I go to Arnold every year.
Wow.
3 years now, and then unfortunately here I work.
The day that we have a representative from Ghana, you missed it, bro.
There's more to come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, what do you have for us today?
What's up? Amazing. I'm always with CT Fletcher and Kai Green and all the big guys, and I can say I have Thrifty there too. So
Absolutely.
It's by grace.
Yeah. And let us not forget our God, because it's by His grace
Definitely
that we are where we are right now.
Right.
Definitely
So,
by grace.
congrats, bro. And then Big Fonzy, keep up the show. Keep doing the great work you're doing.
Hey, thank you, brother. Hey, thank you, man. You've been a support since day one. God bless you, Psycho. Man, where you at, right, Psycho? Where you are? You in Afghanistan or?
Nah, man, I'm in Texas right now.
Oh man, you in Texas?
Yeah, San Antonio.
You run away from the cold, huh? I see.
Just for 6 weeks, I'll be back.
All right, man. Keep in touch, man. Definitely. Thank you for calling the show, man.
All right.
original Psycho.
All right.
Look forward to talking to you soon.
We have a lot of people calling in. Thank you very much for calling. You can actually join the show as well. 614-577-1434. We're talking to live with Felix G. Sorry. Like I said, looking back and going to college in Ghana is pretty different. It's very challenging. You have to meet a certain grade point. If you don't qualify, you're not going. Now, like you said, a lot of your mates, back in those days, a lot of people really did not believe in you after a while. You failed once, you failed twice, you failed thrice.
3 times. Hell yeah.
Man, they give up hope.
Oh yeah.
Say, Felix just can't make the cut. And then all of a sudden, now you are IT guy. You are a model guy. You're doing something so different, something unbelievable, something that I believe not a lot of people can do. That is amazing. Now, my thing I want to ask is, a lot of people have the passion that you have. A lot of people say, I want it bad. But when they get to a certain point, or when they hit a roadblock, they give up. What would you say to that person out there? Somebody that out there who wanted something bad, but for some reason.
As you were saying this, you just reminded me of something that my mom always said. It was a song. My mom always said, when all eyes are on you, when the eyes on you are so great, there's so much, God takes you and then he hides you. Look, for anybody to be so great, you have to be hardened, right? You have to be tough. To walk up on stage and go present awards, you were there today.
Yeah, I was
you
there
couldn't
today.
even get in.
Absolutely, I couldn't.
Because there's so many people. To get up, you have to be a tough person to say, hey, Arnold, stop. I want to take a picture with you. What do you got to tell me? And it takes a tough person. So back to a lot of people who go through a lot of processes and then they hit this bump and then they stop. Look, God is not going to move you from step 1 to step 2 until you master step 1. And if it means pulling you back, life, as I've come to realize, is just like, has anybody, have you ever pulled a bow and arrow? See how
I tried it before.
Yeah, see how if you want to throw out so far, if you want to throw the arrow out so far, you gotta stretch it out.
Stretch it harder.
Yes, that stretching, nobody says it's easy. Man, it sucks. Trust me, I cried so many times, several times. But God pulls you back, takes you a step back so that you get hardened enough so that when he lets you go, nothing can stop you. So whatever you're going through in life right now, until you realize that, hey, I am in this spot to learn something. I am in this spot to get humility. Look, when we talk about David,
right?
What did he have to do, man? He had to be in the woods. He had to be over there fighting all these people to prepare him for the battle, the big battle. So how are you going to get to the top if you don't go through that process? I am glad I went through that process, because now at this point, nothing matters to me. I was over there 3 years. You were in high school. I was famous.
That's right.
Everybody knew me. St. Louis Prep. Everybody knew who I was.
Absolutely.
That was the greatest humiliation ever. You went on the notice board. My results were over there. You were telling me the other day. It was like, wait, what? You at the bottom? Wait,
real
what?
Bottom.
Exactly. But taking me through that sucked.
Humbling you.
Yes. To get me to understand that, no, man, really, there is something that I have to learn in this process and then build myself. So by the time I got through that, and then when they left me, like when that arrow was shot, and now there was no turning back. Bro, I came to school 18 credits every summer, working, still taking classes. Every time 4.0, and just kept on moving, because I had seen how it felt like to be hungry. I'd seen that. So if anybody listening to me, anybody under the sound of my voice right now, if you're going through something and then you over there telling yourself, oh my goodness, why am I? No, quit crying about that. And you know what? You can pray to God as much as you want.
Right.
And I'm saying this from my experience. You can pray and pray and pray, but until you understand why you are going through that process, bro, sis, you're not going to move to the next stage. So if you understand that, man, I am going through this so that something big is going to happen, now you're going to actually embrace that pain. So when I was over there and then I realized, no, I want to be an IT person. I want to get into computers. I wasn't crying over it anymore. I started to make moves in that same company. So where I went to learn, I went to IPMC. I learned networking, hardware systems administration. In Ghana. Now I started teaching over there.
Okay.
So my own mates came in and I taught them networking.
Okay.
So it was just like, okay, now I get it. This is what I want to do. I started working on people's computers. And guess what? When I said I had $700 in my pocket, what gave me more money freshman year was I started fixing people's computers. And I got my first job that paid more than everybody else on campus because of what I did in Ghana.
Wow.
So until you understand, again, you understand why you are in that spot, nothing is ever going to make sense, and you are not going to see the next stage in your life. So embrace that pain, take it, enjoy it. It sucks, but enjoy it and then go through it, because when that time comes, man, you're going to be flying so high, nobody can touch you.
Wow, that's powerful.
So that's powerful. That's what I got to say.
It's coming from Felix G. Sorry, you can actually join by calling 1-614-577-1434. I have a message from Eric all the way from Columbus. He said, our test prepares us for a testimony.
Definitely.
God bless you, Eric, all the way from Columbus. You can actually call the show as well, 614-577-1434. We're talking inspiration, we're talking encouragement, we're talking greatness. Have you ever fallen before? Now, have you failed before? Now, what is it that you're going through? Hey, and y'all go cry. But our God is alive. We have the model man, the IT man in the building, Mr. Felix G. Asari, man. Such an inspiration, trust me. Oh, by the way, he went to Prempeh College. He's in a mouthful. So Felix, back to our conversation real quick. This is one thing I realized in Ghana. When you don't make to a certain level, you lose friends.
Oh, yeah.
You lost friends. I mean, trust me. I mean, if you're not coming to tech, people feel like you're not my level. You know, you're not coming to University of Kwame Nkrumah, you're not my level and stuff like that. So you lost that. And then when you started the IT, you had a lot of critics. People were saying like, who does that? Who does computer fiction and all of that? You started your modeling, lifting gym, posted on Facebook. What did somebody say about you?
Why do all these Ghanaians go over to America and then pick up all that behavior? Posing naked on Facebook?
Absolutely. Now, so it looks like every stage in life, they have some critics.
Oh, yes.
What would you say about the fact that critics is very, very important in our daily lives as we continue to grow in whatever endeavors that we partake in?
Yeah, where would we all be if there were no critics?
Right.
I mean, if we're in the land where everything was okay, what would cause you to move?
That's right.
So critics, hell yes, very important. They push you.
Absolutely.
They cause you to work harder. Because, you know, this whole taking off in life is just like, we use the word take off because it's just like a plane.
That's right.
You know, the moment you get up in the air, you don't want to sink. You have a lot of people looking up to you.
Right.
So if there are no critics, when you start to fall to get you back up, what's going to happen to you? You need to take off. You need to stay up there. You need to maintain that momentum.
Absolutely.
So having critics in your life is pretty great. And like I said, it's like everything else. Embrace it and make the best out of it.
Now, some people I have a call coming through. Thank you for calling the Brit Show. Who do I have a pleasure of speaking with today? Hello? You can actually Call back again, 614-577-1443. We have Mr. Felix in the building. Felix, a lot of people say, sometimes when they hear these harsh criticisms and whatnot, they are disheartened. Kind of break some people up. Not all of us are born equally. I mean, some are tougher than others. Some people hear the critics and they give up.
That's why they got to go to Prempeh College. It will make you tough.
Yeah, I can't remember the teasings, the many teasings, and the many bullying. But some of us didn't have the opportunity to go to Prempeh College and whatnot. And some of us probably are not tough enough, especially when you hear critics and whatnot. I know a lot of people that were very passionate about business, but they diverted to nursing. I know a lot of people that are very passionate about IT, but they diverted into something else simply because people keep telling you this is not a field that will make you the most money and whatnot. What would you tell to that person who is overburdened with criticisms and is not able to move forward? Actually for what he or she loves simply because somebody's saying that it's not a good thing for you to do.
Today I was talking to one of the this person won second place in the finalist as well.
Okay.
And we were talking about sort of the same thing when a lot of people are telling you, no, do this. No, it's okay. See, growing up, we were taught to say yes and no. Sometimes it's okay to say neither of them. It's okay to say, I am going to be in this position by myself.
Okay.
And the worst part is most of the time we are our own worst critics. We tell ourselves, it all starts in the mind. So if you know where you want to get to, if it's money, if it's in education, don't sit back and then listen to other people saying you cannot make it. When I started this, when I started doing getting into computers, I had no idea that I wanted to end up doing security. All I knew was I wanted to sit by this computer and then do something with it.
Okay.
A lot of people say, oh yeah, and then he finished high school and then he went to IPMC and he's doing IT. With that whole Ghanaian accent, right. No. Nobody is going to believe what you do is great until you believe in it. And I could care less if it's just selling water. Let me just make a simple comparison. What do you see PDD putting on his page all the time? It's water.
Right.
You just gotta believe in it that much. If you believe in it, it's gonna be true. I mean, growing up, didn't you have some people that you would ask them a question, or you know what the answer is. You know that the answer is probably 1, right?
Right.
But then they say it's 2. And then they can say whatever it takes to convince you.
They believe.
That's their belief. You have to believe in it. And then it comes back to faith. If you do not believe in it, it's not gonna happen. It will not happen. So until you believe in it, even when you are praying to God, until you say, when you pray and then you say, God, I want this, please help me with this, please help me with that, and you don't believe in it, how's that gonna happen? It's not gonna happen.
Right.
Until you believe it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So again, believe in whatever it is that your passion is. And then sometimes it's okay to be on that, pedestal all by yourself. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't know what the next step would be, it's better not to make any steps at all. Just stay right where you are at till you have a better picture of what it is that you want to get into. And it'll be fine. And just believe in it. Believe in yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. If you're really out of the deal, believe in yourself.
That's right.
Believe in yourself.
That's the major key alert. Believe in yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Believe in yourself.
So Felix, I believed in myself. I started putting in work.
Yep.
I'm not seeing results. I keep believing.
Yep.
I'm not seeing results.
Yep.
I keep believing. I'm not seeing results.
Yep.
I'm not God. I'm human being.
Oh, definitely. It sucks.
I'll probably reach a point where I'm breaking up. I'm breaking because at the end of the day, and like I said, you're wasting resources as well because it takes a while for you to actually get to the stage where you want to be at. Is it okay sometimes to try something repeatedly and you're failing, and then tell yourself you want to divert into something else?
Oh, it is okay. You just have to make sure that you've done your homework. Okay, I wrote this security exam It's called CISSP. It's the hardest security exam. Anybody who's into cybersecurity will know about this. It's a 6-hour exam. It takes your entire day.
Wow, 6 hours. Man.
6 hours.
It's like medical school stuff.
Oh yeah, you over there by the computer 6 hours.
Dang.
And this exam was, I think it cost about $700 to register and get everything ready for it, and the plus buy study material. So total about $2,000.
Okay.
Just study material, not even training.
Wow.
To get there. So again, man, I studied. I spent countless hours in the library. That was my second home.
You put in work.
Oh yeah, I put in work.
That's right.
But guess what? They came, went to write the exam.
Okay.
These people know. Everybody fails that exam so much that as soon as you hit submit, they don't give you the results right away. They let you walk out of the room, and then they bring you the result.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, because they know people fail so much that they don't want you to even mess stuff up in the
Because there's American, somebody who just smashed the computer or something like that.
So I put in work, and then the results came in. Sorry, you did not pass. Bro.
6 hours.
6 hours. I just could not fathom the idea of coming back and then picking my book again after all that study material, sitting down to even study that again. I couldn't. I just told myself, nah, man, probably this is not for me. Nah, this is not for me. I might as well go do something else. I actually said I was going to take some of these low security exams like Security Plus, MCT, any of the Microsoft ones, and then just to build my confidence up again because I wasn't ready for it. But again, you remember I said something before. You have to sit back and figure out why this is happening. That's supposed to be your first question. Why? Why am I going through this? Why would I fail? I mean, I put in work. Why? So I sat back, started asking myself why. God wanted to take me in a different direction.
That's right.
He wanted me to realize something. All along I was just saying, hey, and it was so crazy. And sometimes I'm just like, man, when I see that man, I'll sit him down and ask him these questions. It was just a statement that I made. I said, I was a database admin at the time, and I said, oh, I'm going to write CISSP after grad school, after my master's. I'm going to write CISSP. After I'm done with CISSP, I'll go find this job. Oh, I'll move to California because of modeling, and then I'll find this job and I'll make X amount of money. But that's not what God wanted me to do. God wanted me, God is somebody who shows you when he does something for you, he's a show off. He wants everybody to know that he did it.
Right.
He did this for you. So it was not that, hey, I'm going to write this exam and then I'll get all the credentials so that when I apply for the job, everybody will know that because of my credentials, I'm so great and I got the no. There was an opening at my job. I am the one who knows security. I'm the one who has the master's in it. They did not give it to me. They did not even interview me. So on top of not passing that exam, they didn't even interview me. All they had to do was just move me from my position to that one. They didn't even give me the chance to interview. Wow. I came home crying. Lex is listening. She can tell you. I was crying. I'm like, why? And then I just had to shut up.
That's right.
Sometimes it's okay to just shut up and not talk about things that are going on. Nobody in my life knew what I was going on, what was going on, and know what I was doing. No. So I sat down, realized that, and then there was a new job. I didn't tell anybody about it. Again, to believe. I prayed about that. So I got this job even before I wrote the CISSP.
Oh, you're kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
So I got that job that paid me more.
Right.
And then I went to write the CISSP and then I passed.
Now that's more challenging though.
Oh, yes. The job that had all these requirements. It said, if you don't have CISSP, you don't even apply. I got that job. And then I wrote that exam and then I passed. So
I got a call coming through just to catch you a little bit. Thank you for calling the show. Who do I have a pleasure of speaking with today?
Hi, my name is Daniela and I'm calling from UK.
Daniela, all the way from UK. Thank you very much for calling the Brit Show. What do you have for us today, Daniela?
First of all, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you, Fonzy, for the good work that you're doing. God bless you.
Amen.
I've got some questions for the guys here beside you.
What did you say again?
I said I've got some questions for Felix.
Oh, you got some questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say congratulations because we've all seen all the things that he's doing on Facebook, his motivations and all that. Congratulations again for being part of the finalists. And I'm here with my friends. We are listening to his story. He's got such a great story.
Wow.
But one thing that we don't really understand is, you know, he said something about if you don't really master step 1, God will not take you to step 2.
That's right.
You know, UK is totally different from US because they call US as a land of opportunity.
Right.
You know, sometimes you're really struggling with a lot of people to get to where you want to be. There's some days that you go somewhere and doors will be shut in front of you. People will say no. So when you get into that situation, do you still have to focus on your dreams or do you have to change your dreams? Can he tell us something about that? Because it seems he put his mind onto his dream and he's been accomplishing it. So I'll be very grateful if he can elaborate on that for us.
That's a very beautiful question. Thank you very much. God bless you for such a beautiful question. I'll definitely answer that question for you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Daniela.
You too, bye.
Bye. Mr. Felix, you have a question all the way from UK. Daniela wants to know.
Yeah, and I think it all comes back to what you were asking as well. So when you get to that point and you've tried so much, and things are not working right, what do you do?
Right.
Look, we all do this in studying every day. Sometimes you sit down, you look at your books, you read and read and read and read, and in Prempeh we say "enko," right?
That's right.
You just can't absorb
can't grasp it, right?
You know, sometimes it's okay to just take a step back and then start going through all the processes. So why am I doing this? Why am I trying to go to nursing school? Why am I trying to go to law school? Why? If you can answer your why and it aligns with every single thing that you believe in, then it is my 100% belief that you should keep on pursuing that. You know, our dreams and our perceptions and all of these things change.
Okay, yeah.
We can listen to the word of God right now. Today, it will make sense to me in a different way. In the next 2 months, when I listen to that same word, it will touch me in a whole different angle.
That's true.
So it's okay. When you get to that point where doors are being shut in front of you, sometimes you were just looking so high. Maybe the door was just right here and you didn't see it. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like sometimes we just let things take up our mind so much that we just like, why am I not getting through here? Why am I, like in my situation, why did I not pass this exam? We say you give money to get money. I put in all this work. I put in all these times. I even took vacation time to study for that exam, bro. But it still did not make any sense. So until I sat back and I started looking at, okay, what is it that I can do differently? What did I do the first time that did not work? What is it that I have to change? And when I say, you know, God helped me get the second job, and then I came back, I did not just sit twiddling my arms and then my fingers and say, oh, yeah, God, you know, I failed the first time. No. I started talking to other people who have done it before. Okay. Hey, what did you do in this situation? How did you make it? You know, I took one of my friends. I told him, if he knew somebody who passed the exam, he should let me know. He told me one of his friends, Alex, his name is Alex. Alex told me one of his friends passed it. He worked with him. I said, tell him I'll buy him lunch if he would take me through the process and he'll just explain to me what he did. You know, all it took for me was just seeing the guy. And then when I saw him, I said, wait, what? He passed that? Come on. That, you know, you have to make some steps. So when you go for that interview, whether you're in the UK, whether you're in Ghana, it doesn't matter where you are at. There's always a way. That's one thing that I learned in Taekwondo. There's always a way out.
Oh, you've done Taekwondo as well.
Always out.
Okay.
There's always a way out. Whether you are in that choke, there's always a way out. You just got to find it. So when I got to that stage, some of the things that I did, talk to that guy, he took me through the process. And, you know, funny thing, I asked him 2 questions and he could not answer. And I said, wait, but this guy passed this. And then I came to find out after reading. And then one other point before I forget is when you are in that state, don't tell yourself, I am in this state, nothing is working right, so I'm not going to help anybody. Help people. Like that is the time you have to actually go out and help. If you are in the house of God, go out and do outreach. those things really help. You know, when I was trying to help somebody, this person I met at a party, and then so mind you, I failed this exam.
Okay, you failed.
I failed
it.
it.
Okay.
I'm over there thinking I'm not going to write this again, right?
6 hours.
6 hours.
Wasted.
I get to this party.
Okay.
And this guy, we talking, and I was trying to introduce one guy, and I said, hey, you know, he's a CISSP, you know, hyping him up. And then the guy who was sitting over there says, oh, I'm trying to write that exam too. And I said, I wrote it and I failed. And then he goes, well, can you help me? So I looked around and I said, wait a minute, is he talking to me? Like, I failed, bro. Right. I failed.
Right.
But something just told me, no, help that guy. So I set up time. I said, you know what? If you want me to help you, I'll help you out. Well, that's what we're going to do. We'll sit together. I'll take you through the things that I know, and then we can answer questions together. We'll share ideas so that you don't make the mistakes that I made. At least I can help. I don't know if I can help you pass, but I can help you not to fail. So that's what I decided to do. We met over dinner. As we were talking, he told me about this website he'd been using. I had paid $600 for just study material. He told me this website, it was free. And I said, free? It's like, yeah. Man, I did not take his word seriously. So I just left it. Then with IT people, when we are trying to find solutions, we actually go online because there are a lot of forums with people posting what they've done. And then I saw one guy post, oh, I learned from Cybery again. So I said, that it looks like I've heard that name somewhere. So I remembered, it was from this guy that he had talked about the free site. I went over there, every single thing that I learned, and I tell you what, it was in-person tutoring, teaching me everything, step 1, step 2, step 3, all the way to the end, free of charge. Wow. Would I have had that if I hadn't helped him? No. Ask me if that guy even wrote the exam. No, he moved to California. So he was he was at that party
to help you,
just to help me. But how did that help come through? When I decided to open my heart and help him out. So when you are going through all these situations, man, it could be that you've gone to this interview that did not work out, and then you come home, somebody's asking you to help them with their resume. Please help. Give. That's what, all these people, they say, all the celebrities, big people, they put on like, oh, give back to the community. They don't explain to us what the morale behind giving back to the community. That is what it is.
That's right.
When you start to give back, when you start to help people, it opens new doors for you to solve your own problems. Why do you think Bill Gates has the biggest funding ever? Why do you think he's keeping on giving back to Africa? Because the more you give, the more you get. The Bible says it.
Absolutely. I think today I personally learned something new, especially when you are failing. That's when you help the most.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely beautiful. And we have a message coming from Bishop all the way from Ghana. He says, I want to tell Felix congratulations to his achievements and wish him all the very best in his pursuits.
Thank you.
Now, Felix, a lot of people believe that at the end of the day, and this is going to be the last question, and a lot of people don't have the intestinal fortitude to be on the top. When you start something, like you're modeling, you don't want to be a loser. You want to be on top. You want to be that guy who's recognizable. Everybody knows you and whatnot. But a lot of people feel like at the end of the day, that they don't have that intestinal fortitude. They have the passion. They don't have the intestinal fortitude to be able to achieve such height. Your last statement, somebody out there who is struggling, who's going through tough times, who's going through dreams being cut off simply because he or she feels like he doesn't have that intestinal fortitude to actually be on the top. What do you tell that person? Straightforward.
Everything is possible. So everything is possible. And it is a process.
Okay.
You look at Joel Osteen, he has about 5 services every Sunday. Every Sunday. He did not just get to the top. Sometimes you got to go back. He was the guy who recorded his dad, saw him preach on stage every single time. He learned that process. So yes, you might have the passion, you might have the zeal to be at the top, but sometimes you got to go through that process. Go through that process. Once you go through that process, you will get to the top without even knowing it.
I have a call coming through. Last call coming through. Thank you for calling the Brit Show. Who do I have a pleasure of speaking with today? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing today?
I'm excellent. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, this is Royal Nana on the line, Sam.
Hey, Royal Nana, man, how you doing today?
Very well.
And what you have for us today?
Well, I just joined the show actually with family, so
Okay.
I haven't been following much of your topics, so I wanted to know what you guys been discussing. I see you guys looking great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats to Felix on the achievements and greater heights to go.
Thank you.
So
Sounds good. I've just been talking about the life of Felix G. Asari, his journey and his process of getting to where he's at the moment. And that's about it today.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's been an inspiration to all of us. I mean, it's always good to set a goal and work hard to attain. I mean,
absolutely.
I always believe that you should always be amongst the winning team, and that
absolutely.
is what. It's always a blessing from God. I mean,
thank you.
Gotta keep achieving. Yeah, and
absolutely.
Thank you. We missed you this weekend. We look forward to seeing you
soon. Absolutely.
I know, but circumstances couldn't permit me to come over. But don't worry, better opportunities will come where we'll have a better time to do a good making and be thankful for everything. Yeah.
All right, Roya, and thank you very much for calling the Bridge Show.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. It seems our time is up. It has been lovely. It has been great. I want to personally thank Felix G. Asari, coming all the way from Minnesota. I want to thank all my fans all over the world. Lexi from UK, I see you. I want to thank all my UK fans, my Ohio and Canada fans. So until next time, it's every Saturday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. God bless you all. This is your humble servant, DJ Big Fonzy, on Holy Hills Radio, your champion station. Until next time, be fresh, stay clean. Hey, dream bigger. One important thing, believe in yourself. Until then, have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.